Hi, welcome back to Herbal Bunny's Pharmacy. I'm Dr. Tamitha Davis. Today we're going to be talking about the use of herbs and if they're safe, if we overuse them, what's our consequences, if we're not using the right combination, what effect can it have on our body, and just a good topic. So let's dive into it. I want to make a disclaimer that this is for educational purposes only. If you're looking to start the use of herbs, please talk to a practitioner in your area or your medical provider, because some herbs can interact with medications and we don't want that. So be sure you do your research and consult your own practitioner. There's been so many times I've had people come to me and ask, what herb can I take for diabetes? What herb can I take to help me lose weight? What herb can I take to balance out my hormones? What herb for inflammation, arthritis, all these different things. And it's not just a one herb fits all. Herbs have been used for so long, like thousands of years, and people use herbs, weeds, whatever, that were growing in their area, and they did trial and error, and that's how they kind of came about with what herbs are, toxic to our bodies, what herbs work the best, and people started documenting and stuff. And thankfully today we do have more education on herbs and stuff, although a lot of the herbal supplements aren't widely studied in, like, let's say pregnancies or different new diseases that are sprouting up today, like different autoimmune diseases. But we do have a good idea of what a lot of these herbs are capable of doing, and it's not just a one size fits all type herb. If you're looking for something to treat yourself for any sort of condition, you really want to use caution with using herbs and making sure that you're getting something that is actually specific to what you need, and it could be a combination of things. And we have to be careful, because if we just start willy-nilly buying herbs off of websites that have combinations, do we know if these people who concocted these herbal remedies together, if they are not going to interact with a medication that you're taking or your own biological makeup? And there's some herbs that are very warming, so if you tend to be on the warmer side and you're sweaty all the time and hot, you may not want to be taking herbs that are warm, such as turmeric, for example. So if you're having a lot of inflammation and you tend to run on the hot side, then you may not want to be taking those type of herbs. And just doing your own research and talking to somebody who can specifically get herbs to your own situation, your own issue that you have coming up in your body, that is the best way to do it. You just don't want to just trust some fad that you've heard, like on the internet. Hey, turmeric, curcumin, let's take this supplement, and everybody's buying it and everything, and some it's going to work for some people and some it's not going to work, and you can have interactions with certain medications. So it's really great for you to do your own research and make sure you're talking to somebody who has expertise in this and has studied these herbal remedies and can make something that is tailored to your specific problem that you have. And because you can have some really bad interactions go wrong if you're not taking the right thing. And like for example, echinacea. Lots of people know echinacea as being an immune stimulant, that they take it during cold and flu season to help with colds and flus. But back in the 1700s, 1600s, Native Americans, they used it, like if they got a snake bite. I've actually used it on my mom's wounds to help those heal. And so they have multi-purposes, but you want to make sure that you're using it for a purpose that you need it to be used for. Now, it does help stimulate the immune system, but actually has a chemical compound in it that triggers an immune response that people are sensitive to. So if you have like autoimmune conditions, for example, you don't want to be taking echinacea, because it does trigger an immune response. So you're already heightened on your immune system because you have this autoimmune condition. You don't want to be taking an herbal supplement that is going to stimulate your immune system. Now, I've ran into some people where they think that if they take a whole tincture bottle of a remedy, then they are doing better. So when it comes to herbal tinctures or anything that's concentrated with any herbal supplement, you have to be really, really careful, because those medical compounds in those plants are drawn out into the alcohol or menstruum, whatever you're using, apple cider vinegar or even a glycerate. Then you can OD on these chemical compounds and you can have some severe side effects. You know, if you're lucky, you just get diarrhea and maybe a tummy ache. But there's some herbal compounds out there that are chemical compounds that can actually cause you to have heart arrhythmias, and you want to be very, very cautious when you're taking that. So doing your research is like the number one thing that you should be doing when it comes to taking any sort of herbal supplement. And again, there's not a whole lot of research done on a lot of the drug interactions and stuff, just because there's no money involved in it. And you just have to be very, very careful that if you are taking a pharmaceutical, and a lot of pharmaceutical medications are actually from plants. So, you know, you take aspirin, for example, or even warfarin is from foxglove. They take out the digitalis and they make these medications to help with like heart stuff. So if you're taking a foxglove internally and you don't know the right dosage and stuff, you can actually put yourself into cardiac arrest. It could possibly kill you. So making sure you do your research and talking to somebody who's got experience in using certain herbal remedies to help tailor the amount that you need for your body. Okay, you guys, I just wanted this to be a quick, short, sweet video just to kind of let you guys in on not to just willy-nilly go out here and just start taking herbal supplements, going to, you know, the vitamin shop or going to online stores and buying an herbal remedy just because somebody on the television says, yes, use this and it helps with inflammation, or use this to help lower your blood pressure. You have to be very, very careful with the herbs that you're using, because they sometimes can be stronger than pharmaceutical medications, and you can't look at herbal remedies or herbal supplements as just as a pharmaceutical medication, because a lot of people kind of look at that, they think, oh, I can just take this one thing and it helps with blood pressure or my diabetes or helps me to sleep better. You have to really look at what all the constituents is in that herb, and it may work best with something else. So do your research, find somebody in your area who's knowledgeable on herbal remedies, and just be cautious out there when using it. You don't want to OD yourself on something, and you don't want to use something and not have a good effect on you, or not have it work at all, and you just kind of dismiss herbal remedies, because herbs do work. You just have to find the right combination. And also another thing, being very careful where you purchase your herbs. There's a lot of places that, you know, out of this country that will market organic or non-GMO. You know, they're not, you know, watched and we don't know unless we actually test them through a third party if they have any pesticides, or if it's even the actual herb. I came across that where I recognize an herb when it's dried, and I order it and I'm like, where did this come from? And I did research and it was not in America and it was somewhere else that we get a lot of things from, and I knew right away that it wasn't the herb that was listed on the package. So you have to be very, very careful where you get your herbs. I get mine through Mountain Rose Herb, and I do Star West Botanicals is where I get my herbs if I don't grow them myself or forage them in the wild. And that's the other thing, you are foraging for herbs and everything, make sure you are getting the right one. Buy a book. I have one for my state, and I, you know, do a lot of research and go out with other people who are more knowledgeable with different herbs and stuff. I'm getting ready to go into mushroom foraging. I'm really excited about that because I don't want to poison myself. Like, everybody's bringing me these mushrooms. I'm like, I want to be able to go and get these for myself, but there's so many mushrooms out there that can be toxic and things. So just being careful and being cautious, educating yourself. I mean, it's wonderful that you want to be able to heal yourself naturally, and herbs is just a part of that. We really have to focus on our diet, our environment, things that we're putting in and on our body, and we do want to look into nature for answers. And I think that's awesome and fast. You know, I'm just it's fascinating that people want to do that, and it's just awesome. But make sure you're getting the right education and making sure you're not going to do something that's going to cause harm. All right, you guys, if you enjoy this content, please do leave a comment and like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.